I was playing tennis the other day, and there was a group playing tennis right next to me. I kind of jogged over to get a ball. I wasn't reaching out or stressing or anything. I was just jogging lightly, and it felt like a tennis ball hit my right calf. And I thought to myself, oh, those players next to us, they hit a stray ball and it hit my calf. But then 3 seconds later, I noticed that it started to hurt really bad. And at that point, I realized that I had sprained my calf muscle. You have the Achilles tendon, and it goes up to the gastrocnemius muscle. It tore in that area, and it felt like it wasn't a minor one. It was pretty significant because I started limping pretty badly, and the pain just got worse and worse. And I just thought in my head, well, you're out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Connective tissue like tendons and ligaments and fascia, there's not many cells in this tissue. There are scattered cells called fibroblasts and chondrocytes, and they're primarily dormant. That type of tissue just does not regenerate well. There aren't enough cells there to make the repair. Depending on the severity, you can expect to feel that pain for 1 to several weeks. The night of the injury, I started using this device right here. It's a handheld, lightweight pulsed EMF device. It's got an emitter in the center that emits an electromagnetic field, and an acoustic membrane here that puts out a vibrational white noise. And it works in conjunction with a pulsed EMF. So what is pulsed EMF? It's an externally applied compatible electromagnetic field energy source for your body. And the best way to describe it, it's kind of like recharging an area of your body, just like you would recharging the battery of your cell phone. There are trillions of cells with tiny electrical charges, with all this movement biology occurring within us. And whenever there's movement of tiny electrical charges, tiny magnetic fields are generated, and these fields generate a voltage. That voltage is what drives the movement of all the things in your body. Movement of what? Movement of oxygen, nutrients, waste products, hormones, clotting factors, and things like that. And the idea is that, just like a battery wears out, those charges can diminish or weaken, especially with an injury, and then it takes a while for those injured cells to come back. So enter the pulsed EMF. Sprains like this are an ideal type of problem for a device like this, because what pulsed EMF does is it energizes those cells. And those few remaining ones, I believe, were stimulated by the pulsed EMF, and it got them to secrete, those fibroblasts, the connective tissue to patch over that injury. So to make a long story short, by using this, it cut the healing time in more than half. Frankly, I was a bit surprised and actually shocked of how quickly it healed, because I've had something similar to this before when I was younger. And like I said, it just takes a long time for those types of injuries to feel better. Okay, this is the area of my calf where I sustained the sprain, and I think it was a grade 2 or 3 level sprain. I pressed around because after a while, like I said, it felt really focal, but then it gradually went like this. And I pressed around and found that the nexus was right here. So I just made an outline like this. This is where the electromagnetic field emanates. And this is the membrane that generates the white noise. And noise is a pressure wave, so what it does is it shakes, it oscillates the cells while they're getting bathed in the electromagnetic field. So here's a tip. I went like this. Okay, because I didn't want to hold that there for a long time, so I put this elastic band a little bit above where I was going to apply it. Pretty good pressure like this. Then I got this device, stuck it under here. I put the center of it so that it was right in the middle of that area and plugged it in. Did you hear that noise? Okay. And so I just sat there like this and worked at my laptop. Okay, this turns off by itself after about 15-20 minutes. Did it about twice a day. And it's rare to feel improvement the same day, but I actually felt a slight noticeable difference, a perceptible difference in the pain level after each treatment. I didn't do this part each time. I have the red light torch. This has got the 3 LED red light. When you put the red light, it just makes it that much more effective. Basically, pulsed EMF enhances the therapeutic effect of other modalities, especially like this red light therapy. To recap, this handheld pulsed EMF device did a wonderful job in curing my grade 2 to grade 3 sprain, which was fairly severe. It perhaps cut the healing time in more than a half. I was very surprised and actually quite shocked of how quickly the pain was diminishing with use of this device daily, or just after like 3 or 4 days.